know it's been a while since I put something up on JVTV2, but I figure why the fuck not do it? And I actually feel, ironically enough, though my main channel is called JVTV Uncut, is that I can speak more freely on JVTV2 because it doesn't have any strikes yet. Yet. I'm saying yet because, there's certain like trans individuals who, live with their parents or one of their parents and are out to get me because I'm the dark force. But whatever. So last night, me and Steve went to the premiere, aside from Sundance, which is a big festival over here in the States. Whatever. I don't know why I'm explaining all this. All right, so we went to this premiere, and I didn't exactly know what I was getting into. It was this thing called the Cinepocalypse that's held every year at the Music Box Theater here in Chicago. And so I got some tickets, and we went to go see the premiere of a movie called The Lodge. And the last time this director had made a movie, it was a movie called Good Night Mommy, which was kind of creepy, and I think he's fucking German, and if he is, it makes a lot of sense, this other movie. And so I'll tell you a little bit about the beforehand, then I'm going to give you just a little brief movie review. Movie review is, it's boring. It is so boring. I'm so fucking sick of these tomato meters at 90%. It's scary. It will leave you unsettled when you leave the theater. You will be terrified. You won't know what to do. You won't be able to find your fucking car keys for about 5 minutes. Then you'll realize they were in that, guy's pocket where you're trying to jerk off and rob him at the same time, who was seated next to you. Oh my God, it's that frightening. No. Okay, there's a series of movies that come out every year, like It Follows, Hereditary, and I actually did like that one, but a lot of people didn't. Where it's just like, it's scary. It's the new Exorcist, the new scariest movie of the scary year. It's scary. And then you watch it, and you're sitting there wondering how much acid everybody else took who watched it, which must have made it a horrifying film. I'm sure if there were weird demon goats like coming out of the screen at me while I was watching this boring piece of shit, I would have been happy. But like, this was just awful. So first, me and Steve get over to the Music Box, and we walk in, and I didn't know this was like a whole event thing. Like they're showing the premiere. There's premiere week basically. Like they're having the new Annabelle movie premiere. Premiere of Glenn, some guy from Danzig, some guy who sang that song Mother, that horrible song from a long time ago. He made a horror movie, and apparently, little gossip right there, everybody laughed at it, and they weren't supposed to. He like came out and was totally embarrassed by it. Like somebody who was at that premiere screening told me that. FYI. And then I go to the side, and they're like, "Oh, go to our little VIP thingy over here, museum of Chucky shit." I'm like, "What the fuck is it?" I walk in, and I showed this on the video on JVTV Uncut, where it's like one big promo speakeasy. First of all, what the fuck's a speakeasy? That's what they called it. It was a child's play speakeasy. What is this, 1930? What are we doing? What exactly is going on? But okay, fine. So I walked in there, and it was kind of cool, and they had a really nice Chucky prop. I wanted to steal that doll so bad. I wanted to just, Steve, distract everybody. Like, I don't care. Whip your dick out and start, pissing on the floor right now, and I'll just take the doll real fast, and then we'll get the fuck out of here, and we'll split the money for it. We'll get the killing for this on eBay. And they were showing clips from the movie or whatever, and so then it's time for the movie to start. I didn't know this was such a big deal. Like, it was like a cattle call to see this movie. Like, I had tickets that I pre-purchased, so that was good. And I got in there, and then we're all herded into the theater. And I get the retro thing. The thing of the Music Box Theater in Illinois is it's like the oldest theater probably ever or whatever. Like, it's from the old-timey days, from like when they first invented film. And it's got, an organ like next to it. It's a really beautiful theater, and I get that you want to stick with tradition and like old time shit, but okay, I get it's historical, but can we upgrade the seats from, I know the old timey days, those seats suck. They hurt my back. They're fucking this big. Like they're this tiny, these fucking seats. Everybody's like squunching into them and trying to like, but they're all into the moment because it's retro. Listen, let's upgrade a little, keep the retro, the rest of it. Another problem I had with it is, because they want to keep the retro feel to this theater, there's no speakers like all around you, basically. There's no surround sound or anything like that. And okay, whatever. The speakers are the old-fashioned way. They're coming from the actual screen. They're behind the screen of the movie. So most of the time, the movie sounds like this. In a loud part, it's like, "Oh my God, what's happening?" But a small part, it's like, "So today, I found out Jillian's secret. It was never in place. Couldn't believe it." What? What did he say? What was it? That was what I was doing most of the time. What did he say? And Steve's like, "I don't know. Am I supposed to be scared yet? I read all the quotes for this movie. I'm not scared yet." And this is ghetto ass motherfucker. Let me tell you right now how ghetto he is. Look, I know you sneak snacks into a theater and all that. This fucker snuck a buffet. Okay, he brought Twizzlers. I'm always amazed at what he can eat. Where does it go? He got Twizzlers, he got popcorn, he's got like other candies on him, and he's making all these crunching sounds and all that. He's opening up big bags of Twizzlers, shoving them in his fucking mouth. And so the movie, it was called The Lodge, and it's about this family, and they have an incident befall them, and later on they have a new girlfriend that comes into the family, and the kids don't like her. What a shock. And they blame her for the divorce of the parents and all that shit. And so the dad thinks it's a swell idea that they should all go on vacay together to like a secluded cottage in the middle of the woods in wintertime for Christmas and leave them alone with this chick. It gets better. So they get to know each other, maybe feel like a family. Okay, there's several things wrong with this right from the bat. We learn and this is not a spoiler, there's no spoilers in this review, but this is even in the trailer. We learn right away that this girl is a survivor of a cult that committed mass suicide, and she filmed it all. Her father was the leader of it. 39 people died. And this guy, I don't know they never really said, or maybe I couldn't hear what he does for a living, but I'm just like, he clearly knew that this girl has some major PTSD, fucking religious whatever issues, and he thinks it's a good idea for this chick to go with his children who are, just getting over a traumatic incident, and then be alone in well, okay. The rest of the movie is basically spent on, you see the weird imagery of a dollhouse every now and then, and you're confused. And then you see long shots of doors, and long shots of the woman walking towards the door, and then the children looking evil at her, and then the children looking afraid of her, and then everything in the house disappears, and they're all trapped there. Suddenly there's no electricity, they don't know what's going on, and strange voices and strange occurrences begin. Is she crazy? We don't know. And yes, there is a plot twist that I saw coming 10 minutes into the film. Not even 10 minutes. I whispered to Steve at the beginning of the film, this is exactly what's going to happen right here. This is exactly what's going to, I guarantee you this is what happened. Steve's like, I don't think so. Steve's got a bunch of other ideas, and then none of them made any sense. First, I kind of had one that I was going to go with for a while, and then I was like, okay, I can see that. Then I'm like, we got to a certain point in the film, I'm like, no. I'm sticking with my idea. It's this other thing that's happening. And sure enough, it was the other thing that was happening, okay? And without spoiling or whatever, what happens because of this, twist makes perfect sense to me after. I don't know why everybody else seemed to be shocked in the theater. Like, oh my God. It's like, why are you surprised? Why are you fucking surprised after point C happened that, point D is going to occur? Yeah, I had to actually stop there and go CD. Okay. Yeah, like, why are we surprised with it? But it was boring. It was so fucking boring. It could have been so much better. Nothing fucking happens till the last 5 minutes. Literally last 5 to 10 minutes of the film. That's it. All you get is this bitch walking around. She tries to go for help at one point. She's in snow. We get to see her looking fragile. We don't know her as a character. All we know is she's weird. That's all. We know she's damaged, but she's trying to be better. That's all you get. You don't know. I couldn't even tell you her name. I think her name was Molly. I have no fucking idea what this girl's name was. The kids were annoying as hell. One of them was in It. The other one, she just looked like a little Cabbage Patch doll. I want to slap both of them right away. The dad was dumb as a box of fucking dildos. I swear to God, dumb. Just dumb. The whole idea, dumb. And they're actually, the only surprise I got out of it was that Alicia Silverstone was in the movie, who had a cameo. I was kind of like, isn't that the chick from Clueless? Actually, Steve said it. And I'm like, I actually whispered to him, I'm like, I don't think so. She looks really old. Holy shit, that is her. Yeah. Then I got depressed because she's exactly my age. Like, I think she's the exact same age as me. And I'm like, if she looks like that, it's all over. It's just gone. But yeah, so if you're thinking, don't believe these reviews about it's scary, creepy, it's a slow burn, means boring. There can be slow burn movies that are good. Hereditary was a slow burn in some ways, but shit was always going on. This was just a bitch wandering around a house with people who resent her. That should have been the name of the movie. Translate it into German, make it sound cool. So that's my review for The Lodge. I'm going to find out who's texting every 5 fucking seconds. Some demented customer who wants a certain movie I already told them I can't get 100 times if they think I can. So yeah, that was the premiere I went to. I'm glad I would say I'm glad I didn't pay for it, but I did kind of pay for it, not as much. I see boring movies and I'm confused. I'm not saying I would ever direct a really great movie, but I could definitely do better. I could make something happen. Like I could have, she could at one point started fingering herself or masturbating with hot dogs. I mean, at least it's interesting. Does it have relevance to the plot? No, I don't give a shit. At least you're not going to sit there like, I was bored to tears. You're going to be like, that movie was weird. Remember when she was jerking off with hot dogs? Remember that? Why'd they put that in there? Symbolism. I know. It's the kind of art house crowd, too, that would have totally gone with the symbolism route. You know what I mean? They would have been like one of those, like, yeah, that's what it meant. Yeah. I was just like, shut up. Just shut up. Shut up. They were such pretentious little fucking white douchebags, too. There was like comic geeks, horror geeks, and then just pretentious white people who couldn't have it. There's one bitch. I want to take a picture of the Chucky doll. The bitch would not get out of my way until I bumped into her. And if you think I'm not going to bump into you, get all what I want, you're full of crap. She's just standing in front of this like display. She sees me coming. She's not going to move. Well, guess what, bitch? Neither am I. I just kept going. I had my phone. It was while I was doing the live of it or whatever, recording it. I just said, excuse me. And she, bitch, you see me here. You're not special. You don't have this fucking corner reserved for, it doesn't say, cunt gets to stand here. Because if it said cunt gets to stand here, I'd be like, oh, that's you, obviously. So the lodge, it gets one limp dick. Not even a half a hard on, not even a, Viagra sort of kind of hard on, not even a full-fledged, 18-year-old rock hard on. It gets just a floppy dick. Sorry. It was boring. Did I say it was boring? Boring.